What is up, YouTube? This is RoguePlayer here, and today I'm here with actually a kind of like a discussion video. So today I'm showing you my top five, favorite band cards. I can't see them all because my camera's kind of weird, but yeah, these are cards I've probably had for a while, but these are obviously cards I want to come off the ban list, but they probably never will. Maybe like one of them will in the very far future, but let's get right into it. So, Graceful Charity. I want this to come back because it's pretty generic in all decks, and with the cards that we have nowadays, Graceful Charity would be good, but at one it'd be inconsistent. So you get like one overpowered play. But Graceful Charity was always my favorite card because you draw 3 and discard 2. But that was when decks weren't as quick as they are now. So nowadays, this card's faster in the current meta. It would be faster in the current meta, but if Konami puts it at 1, it won't really matter. So it'd be like kind of like one of those good one-ofs. Okay, what's next? Pot of Greed, we already know. Pot of Greed, draw 2. People were, I was talking to people and they were saying they think Pot of Greed would come back before Graceful Charity, because Graceful Charity you can get like multiple pluses off of depending on what deck you're running. But with Pot of Greed you only draw 2. But the thing is, I don't know if Pot of Greed would even come back at all, obviously, because they hit Upstart Goblin, and that card gives your opponent 1,000 and you only get to draw 1 card, and even then they hit Upstart to 1. So yeah, this so Pot of Greed's my second favorite banned spell card. Third, Heavy Storm. Now everyone's saying that this card is most likely gonna come back because you know, it doesn't really hurt the current meta anymore, because most decks get pluses off of their spells and traps being destroyed. Like pendulums, they go to the graveyard. They don't go to the graveyard, they go to the extra. And then they have effects when they're destroyed or something, or another pendulum monster has an effect when another pendulum is destroyed. Then you got Cosmos, who have effects when Cosmo Town is destroyed. It's just that with the current meta, Heavy Storm isn't a big issue. And even if it was, most decks don't need to run spells and traps. Like, the current meta decks don't really use much back row. So yeah, so Heavy Storm is my third favorite spell, banned spell. Okay, Monster Reborn. I've seen discussion videos on YouTube saying that Monster Reborn could probably come back. I don't think it's going to come back, just because if you top deck this and you're doing like against Blue Eyes, you basically won the duel, because you usually get to take whatever you want. And the thing is, there is no side effect to this card. And even though in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's decks that can get like no minuses off of an overpowered card, like Card of Demise. The average deck that would use Card of Demise would draw 3, and then they would probably discard their whole hand because they can't use everything. That will be the case in the average deck, but with Card of Demise and a deck that is created for it, it would get pluses, because the deck is set up to set after Card of Demise is activated. It's meant to go off after Card of Demise is activated. So, like, basically what I'm saying is, Card of Demise, basically, if a card doesn't have a negative side at all, it most likely won't be allowed to be played in Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, so that's why this is my fourth favorite. But the reason why I'm saying that it's not going to come back is because it has no negative to it. Pot of Greed, same thing. Even though Pot of Greed won't be as busted as Graceful Charity, if you don't have a negative side, if you don't have a balance to it, it's not going to come back. And then the final one, change of heart. Now, I've seen other discussion videos saying that brain control is going to come back, but this is about the top five, my top five favorite band spells, and why I think they could or couldn't come back. But basically, change of heart. I think this won't come. Well, it's not that broken in the current meta. You just take one monster, and then okay, you could do whatever you want with it for one turn. It it can be good depending on what deck you're doing against, but the average duel against Change of Heart won't be a game changer. But I think it could come back just because it's not broken enough. But I think it won't come back because it has no side effect to it except for turning it back to the end phase. But ever since Konami, see back then in the old meta, like 2004 meta, 2005, 6, 7 meta, this was good because you couldn't overlay. You couldn't sync. Well, 2007, I believe you could sync or something, but basically, GX and original Yu-Gi-Oh era, this card wasn't broken because you didn't have any options with it except for the tribute summon with the monster that this took. So current meta, it's more broken because you can overlay with this, synchro summon with it, fusion summon with it, tribute it. You have way more options to do with stolen monsters. That's why Change of Heart is probably won't come back. But if it did, I wouldn't be surprised because you see Konami bring back Snatch Deal. But anyway, this is my very first legit discussion video. If you like it, please like this video. I hope you guys enjoy my discussion videos. I will upload more if you guys think that this one wasn't bad. Please comment, rate, subscribe. This is RoguePlayer and I am out.